Okay. Are you ready to eat now? Duck, duck. Oh, someone was here. Maisie, you still here? Hey, brainworms. Somebody else just said that a few minutes ago. I've cut off because my internet for some reason. Dan, you missing something to drink? I want that milk. are you, sweetheart? You feel any better today? So here you left. I think everybody left me. Yeah, I think everybody left. Fuck. He'll come back. Oh. Can't find my second phone. My blue. Somewhere around this house. Kitty, kitty. Mommy got a pretty kitty. You got a pretty kitty. Oi. Hello. Oh, belly hurt. Where's his sauce? Oh, I think it. This is the way we cook our dinner. Cook our dinner. All right, now where is my with me? All right, so whether or not people come in, I'm good with talking to myself for now. We're gonna want to talk about the company kids, and I know they found her and they found the car. They still haven't got her toxicology back. Exactly what happened, but how the police searched the area her car was in, for one. For two, why were the local police telling AWP not to search where? It doesn't make any sense. You need to go somewhere. Any sense at all. Not one bit. Would Ellie tell them not to search there? They said and nothing was found in that water. But yet, 55 feet and 14 feet of water. Guess who they found? Or guess what they found? Yeah. So does that tell you that Ellie doesn't really do their job like they're supposed to? Like that. What goes on with Summer's case? Like for real. Like you seen that this police department didn't even want. First off, Ronnie Lawson didn't even want to come search for Summer, even though they're free. Talking about we don't have the money. Hello, they've already told you several times that they don't ask. They don't look for money or the families. They do this because this is what they like to do. Not like to do, but this is what is their calling. And they are damn fucking good at it, honestly. They're really fucking good at it. Like that Ronnie Lawson's seen them do this. Maybe he'll get off his high horse this summer. We need some answers in that fucking case. It's getting kind of old that, what is it, 15 since Summer went missing and still no closer than the day? What kind of shit is that? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, shit that they're not telling people. I understand that 100%. Why? What are you guys doing that? Oh, wait a minute. I know what it is. You're not doing a damn thing, are you? Can't even barely afford to keep fucking sheriffs on payroll, let alone serve on their own community. Give up hope that they're going to find her? Because I know the parents did. That's why they think about her in past tense. Because they look at it like this. Rose has been gone for, what? And now Summer's missing? They never found Rose. What makes them think they're going to find their daughter? I really do. But at the same point, still, whether she's deceased or not, you still got to locate her and give her a proper homecoming, whether it be for everybody to stand up for joy that she was found safe and unharmed, or whether or not she comes home in a box. And I don't know. But most of y'all know that come to my page know, or channel. Big rhino bird fan. Never. My husband's a huge fan. I'm not. But I've been watching a lot of it that has to do with this Kylie case. And I think I'm not one to like I said, I'm not a big fan. So like him isn't always going to be the number one thing. But I honestly think he might be on people that he's doing. Why did that anime girl go to the water by herself to look for Kylie? That she priced how much scuba gear cost. Stuff that she did that was very, very particular. Like very weird. Very weird. And not for nothing where she put her boat in or her kayak, I'm sorry, it's not a boat. Where she put that in the water is where they found Kylie. That makes you think a little bit. What's really going on? Who the fuck is all the key players? You can't tell me there was 300 people and nobody seen her car go into the water about the same time all the people were leaving the party. There's a lot of red flags there. Red flags. People are probably like, I thought you weren't going to cover this case. You said you weren't going to cover this. You're right. I really didn't want to. My beautiful mods wouldn't stop talking about it in chat. So, of course, I'm not going to tell them this is something that they're interested in. So, if they're interested in it, then I wasn't going to do it, however, over here on YouTube. I was going to do it in my Facebook True Crime group. Go live over there and talk about it. But, I don't know. I wanted to go live over here for a little. I haven't been doing it very often like I should be. Where is all my fucking garlic, man? Shit. I know I have it. Garlic salt. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to go over it, touch base on it, and see what everybody else thought. I think it's very just the friends. Like I very much send my condolences to her and the rest of her family. I do. I send my condolences to her friends, though. Depends on which friends you're talking about, because I'm sorry. Back in my time, growing up as a teenager, never left your friends alone. Never, especially at a party. Like millennium kids, they like don't give a fuck about their friends or something. Never left somebody at a party by themselves. Especially if you went suspicious after. Why the fuck did you go to this party? Talk this girl into going to this fucking party because she didn't want to go, supposedly. But you talked her into going to this fucking party. It's after you get there. What the fuck is wrong with you people? I don't give a damn what people say. That's fucked up beyond repair. And I find it very fucked up. Like I said, don't understand why or how. What the fuck? Why or how? Like they're supposed to be your friends. So first off, Katie girl said that Sammy and her are good friends. were just becoming friends. The same school. Graduate the same school that these people did. School. They went to public school. So they went to different schools. This case reminds me a lot of the Maddie Scott from, what was it, early 1990s? Somewhere like that. They found Kylie. They never found Maddie. And a lot of similarities. I just don't understand. Like, why do people do the shit that they fucking do? I really don't hear the reason. I'm just, back in my time growing up, they would never you at a party. Especially knowing that there's all them going around offering them, what did she say? Bong on the East Coast. I don't know what that means. Does that mean offer them bong hits? Like smoke off the bong? And the girls acted like it was such a bad thing. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not very convincing. They know they like that fucking attention. I wonder what college Sammy's going to. Because her parents and her had left because she college. Right? They left California to go check her into college. Well, I know living in a college state, there's 3 fucking major colleges here. None of them have started yet. They don't start until the first week of September. So what college is she going to? Sorry, I'm in the process. Hello, Maze. Process of making dinner. Nobody was in here with me, so I was just talking to myself. People come in and they all left, I guess, because I wasn't talking fast enough for them. Or I walked alone. How are you? Yeah, cooking dinner. Believe it, I'm actually cooking dinner early for a change. But yeah, I just got it fixed. All day my damn connect. And now it is. Broccoli. Brocco? Is that the new word? Yeah, one of my old friends that I haven't spoke to in like almost a year came live. And I told her, I was like, well, if you want to come up, it's a lot easier than typing. You can come She's like, when I get home. And then my fucking shit. Yeah, I probably won't. I was pretty upset last night. See, and that's exactly what I. So cracking cases have a live, and if you to the beginning of my live, you'll see what I said. I said something about them from coming because they said they didn't have the funds for them to come, and they try to tell them that they were free. They don't, and now it's time for Ronnie Lawson to fucking swallow his fucking pride and let them. So what do you do? You can't hear me. Fuck, man. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? It's up all the way. Crazy. Oh. All right, you can hear me now from the phone, I guess. Oh, right into a fucking patch of fucking pollen today. But ever since then, I've been sneezing and coughing. Won't stop. So what do you want to talk about today? We can watch this and listen to this. I don't want that.
The Kylie's down in the water. Now this is this party, right? It's we're near Lake Tahoe everywhere. It was in a campsite. Associated Reservoir. So it wasn't far away from where she was that night.
Not far at all. They said it was actually close to it, but this was an area where law enforcement had extensively searched already before the group, the Specialty Search and Rescue, came in. It didn't take them long to find her in an area that had already been searched by law enforcement. So today, law enforcement pictures with Purpose Group and their efforts in finding her. But as you can imagine, the captains were peppered with questions as this.
Right.
And these experts find it so fast. Let's take a listen to the captain for the Nevada County Sheriff's Office.
What's that?
How did we not find it when we were searching? The lake was extensively searched with side sonar, with an ROV. We had divers. We had.
I really want to know right now, how the hell did this sheriff's office and all these other law the what is it called? Prosser Reservoir? Anything. But as soon as AWP went there, within what, 30 minutes to an hour, right where they said that they searched, and they searched the reservoir for some reason, but yet they found her car and her 30 minutes to an hour. But they law enforcement.
Brief. You know, when police officers are out in the field and volunteers and in the field, right? Because there's sometimes ancillary duties or calling from other agencies to try to jump in. And tracking underwater is extremely difficult. The brief on any of these situations is how do we figure out to improve our services, work on our resources and the way that we use them. And they're expensive, and you really need to have a lot of practice and expertise. And I think that's where a group like Adventures with Purpose is able to really hone them. And so we're appreciative that they were able to come out and locate it.
And I know you have those two. I'm not going to go into too many details. You can ask them personally what they did and how they did it. But what I was so impressed with, they say they arrived at that scene at like 10:40 a.m. at SUV by 11:15, lightning fast with their technology and their expertise and researchers. And that's what the police were basically saying. That that's the full-time work a part of this. And there's a really cool video on their YouTube page.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's not to criticize law enforcement here tonight. You have to be open. You have to be open to getting help from people who can give you that kind of help. So I'm glad that the agencies will be more open to that, because many times there can be some friction when you have private organizations just really good at what they do. Chanley Painter, thank you so much. As you mentioned, let's bring him in. Joining us now in Truckee, California, Kylie Rodney, and host of Adventures with Purpose. It's on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it, folks. Doug Bishop and Nick Wren are doing, and they're with us tonight. Guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight. First of all, let me say the work that you do and the work that you did in this case. How are you feeling tonight?
We're doing what it is we're able to do, the positives that there are in this, which is to provide answers for the family and law enforcement.
Providing those answers, that, you know, it's an answer that people don't necessarily want in a case that evolves this quickly. There are people have been looking for answers for a long time that you can provide. So tell us, first of all, how you went about this and how you were to get that location, find the SUV so quickly.
So basically, we went back to ground.
Okay, so this was day 2 when they found it. So everybody thinks that it was the first day. It was the second day. The first day they searched a dam and stuff like that on the other side of the park. They didn't even, like I said, law enforcement didn't even want to search at all.
And went right into Prosser Creek Reservoir. Went to the main boat ramp, launched 2 of our search boats. Operating one, I was operating the other. He went one direction, I went the other to cover waterways quicker. And I went over the top of something that created a large shadow, and it stood out as if it was a man-made object. Make several passes on it to verify what I was looking at. And it looked very peculiar to me, and possibility that it might be a vehicle the radio and got him to come over and put a second set of eyes on it. We spent about another 15, 20 minutes over the top of it, verifying that we both agreed that it did look like a vehicle under there. So at that point, we pulled out one of our fishing magnets, dropped it over, and sure enough, we got a hook on the metal. And at that moment, we were both convinced that we had found.
To get eyes on it, what are you putting eyes on? Describe for us exactly what you're using here at this moment.
Yeah, so it's cutting-edge sonar technology. It's a side scan, a down image, as well as a live scope. And between the three, sonar manipulate them together and get an accurate identification on the targets we're identifying on the bottom of waterways.
Or how did you know the area to go in? What was it based upon that? Hey, we should kind of get in the water doing this. At this point, no one knows anything, right? We don't know if she drove away, if she was abducted, if she ended up in one body of water. Give me your thoughts on how you focused on this particular area.
Yeah, based again our search at a different location and sort of judge the fact that hours that were put into this lake. We gave that a lot of credibility. So we started our first day at another location. So coming into our second day of searching, we relied back on the tactics that we've developed here at Adventures with Purpose, started square one for our last known location. Once we identified that as what police allegedly confirmed, which was a campground, and no longer than 35 minutes into our search there is when we discovered the vehicle.
And what can you tell us about where you discovered the vehicle versus where she was, the campgrounds? Is there a road that goes by? Is there anything that would lead you to an area that is very, very close? I know you have some confidential information as well. I'm not asking you to reveal that. But in terms of, you're looking at where she was, where this party was, where you found the CRV.
Basically, this particular lake has a lot of access to the shoreline that vehicles can make it to, I would say vehicles right to the water's edge. So our tactic was basically, let's just search the entire perimeter of the lake. So when we went with the other, it just so happened that along my path, it was about 35 minutes into the search when I discovered the vehicle.
For you, what that's like when you know that there is a family that is so desperate for an answer and you made them that.
See, it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. Why didn't the law want? Why 15 minutes after they get to this lake do they find it? Water is not that deep. I mean, it is, but it's not. Like, that's almost to see it from the sky. So it makes you wonder why that girl, whatever her name is, went there in a kayak, a window breaker, scuba gear. What Ryan brought out a good thing on it, saying that maybe that she wanted all that stuff, remove the brick that was on the drive pedal. We don't know. Hold on, Maisie. I'm coming, Maze. On this whole, yeah, and I think it's weird because if you listen to some of Ryan Upchurch's video about this case and some of the weird things he experienced, it would be a little bit more understandable. I'm thinking about after this video, I'm sure Ryan wouldn't strike me for it because I am on his side with this. What other guy? Which one are you talking? By the way, I'm glad you came in just in case. It's always good to have at least one of my mods in here. But I know there's a lot of people going live tonight. Maisie, what are you talking about? Let's see if I can find it here. There we go. Hey, Mars. I figured everybody had been. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Kitty, don't come over here fucking with my food. Here. And he wasn't. I'm lost now. All right, let's watch this one.
Do I probably look like shit right now? Yes. But ever since I seen Kylie Rodney's mom, I have laid down in bed every night.
All right, I gotta fix the volume.
Mom, going to bed where her daughter is.
is. And it seems some people think this is a big fucking joke. And a few of them, I'm staying on their ass, crime investigator people, who are like, we're looking for Kylie. And they get on their fucking YouTube channel and don't talk about her at all. They're doing it for views, man. They're doing it for money. They don't give a fuck about no missing kid. I just watched the elf trying to be like, yeah, Ryan on road. He's definitely on the road. You don't know anything. You're not even trying. The Ickmail dude is doing. Everybody's like, dude, what's the significance of Ickmail? Leave him alone so we can focus on fucking brain dead. He's the first person who talked to somebody that says they know that followed the little girl around watching her every fucking move.
Damn it, Eva.
That's the significant that I can't help you. Your IQ is too low to, I mean, I guess just regular think. I was going to say critical think, but on Ickmail show, the first time, said his cousins were there. He talked on the phone to Ickmail there. Then what does the Ronnie character do after he gets off Ickmail's show? He goes to the little girl. Where are your cousins that were at the party? Why are they not with you to go search for the little girl? Guy keep calling in the show to the Ickmail guy and not the cousins at this point. I was
exactly,
like,
just Ronnie. But nobody.
Acting like they don't.
You never heard nothing from the cousin.
So then when
he said it's okay. The cousin supposedly.
So that,
the cousin supposedly said it was okay for them. Just don't say that their names. Why? What is there that you're hiding? And that's all Ryan wants to know. What are you hiding? Like, you vicious. Okay. I don't know. How do you guys see why I didn't really want to do this case? You see all the ongoing cases? Like, there's so much. Like, I don't know if he came out talking about all this shit. What did you see? Yeah, it's about Kylie. What did you see today? You know what? That could be a possibility, love. That could be a strong possibility. Did you look at that picture again? Because you have the picture. I found one to screenshot, but you can't really zoom in on it because it's not, it wasn't a picture. Have you? You need a copy of it. So it's right there in front of you. Look down. Damn it. I peppered it. Damn it. Yeah, you can. I'm telling you, stranger and stranger by the day. Now, maybe they prove themselves Lawson for him to get off his ass and let them come search for Summer. My door manager for now on. She's always on it. It's going across the top of the screen. If you don't, if it, I mean, it's always scrolling also in my about section. My email for how did Ginger Snaps open? Well, hi. Now she's scared. Before she'll make no sense. Well, I mean, you said you didn't want her to go back to the 5th grade, right? The only grade she she'll be excited until the day she starts. And you still got to take her back for the first 2 weeks, right?
That moment, I said, well, I don't think Ronnie's real. So then, which would be what? Him going on a live feed with him. That's why when he said, okay, fine, I got all my stuff and I said, hey, everyone, he's not going to go live with Ronnie. He can't go live with Ronnie. Tomorrow, he's not going to go live with Ronnie. This morning, when he's supposed to go live with Ronnie, what did he go live with Ronnie? He released an edited video of him and quote unquote Ronnie backgrounds and blurred out Minecraft blocks. And only meaning behind what I'm saying. And he's telling Shades, like, why? Once again, how does this lead to Kylie? You're getting away from everything. No, not that you don't have common sense. Do you realize that the guy on Intel's channel is saying that the girl around and seeing everything she was doing, being belligerently drunk and all this other crazy shit? But he wasn't there. Where are his cousins that seen all this? We haven't heard from them or anything whatsoever. Do they exist? That's a very, very key factor. Not only that, remember the lady from yesterday on the podcast that we were on, the lady with the bump on her lip and the blonde purple hair or whatever? Why is another person that is friends with Ickman funny guy? There is a 16-year-old underage girl missing.
We really do need a guy. Why? First of all,
saving the girl. They're both saying leave the Ronnie guy alone. Mercedes-Benz driving tattooed up Army veteran alone. He can't handle you. The 16-year-old girl.
he may have or may have not done anything. We don't.
Right, everybody's innocent.
He has gambling.
Well, then
And he's an Army veteran.
Then we can't talk about anybody else then.
You.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's talk about the music. I like the guitar.
Do you realize this lady that's friend? Do you realize that she was in Truckee, California? It's on her YouTube.
And what's funny about it is that
Lady that is friends with Ickman said on the podcast yesterday she has video that was right beside the party Kylie was at.
I know for a fact that there was at least one party out there because I have a video. I do have a video of this beautiful Hispanic party that was like right next to the site.
Hello of the party right next to the site. You just heard it at Mel's friend's lips.
First off, there was like
to the site.
four campsites that were
nothing. But did you notice at her video?
elected for this party?
What did the cops come out and say?
No way. One campsite is big enough.
Now, what does that tell you about the timeline? Bump Lip Lady and Mel are pushing it. The Ronnie guy talks like he was there and seen all this stuff go on and seen this little girl be all, but no. It was Ronnie's cousins that no one has seen, no one has heard from. They, at this point, don't exist about all this stuff. Who else was there? The Bump Lip Lady. She has a video of this beautiful one that they were at.
Her and
puts both of them there.
Myro or whatever his name is. They're
Funny seeing that and her having a video of the party. Isn't it possible that that's why no kids seen this? And if that's what happened, that would explain why. And being like, look, everyone, Ronnie's real. And you know, Ikmail, you done me a favor this morning. A favor that you don't. All this confusion about the Ronnie thing, look what it made you do. It made you this morning. That's what I wanted it to do. I knew you weren't going to go live. You edited a video, and it's done. You guys got on the phone. I wanted to see what the atmosphere would be like. And the atmosphere between y'all two, it's like you want to prove the Ronnie guy's real. Well, guess what, buddy? We already knew he was real. I just wanted to prove laughing and cutting up and, see y'all, Ronnie's real. There's still a 16-year-old girl missing. The question I got for you, where is Kylie Rodney? One of y'all know. Somebody out there that is getting on YouTube right now that's a true crime person that is acting like a fucking buffoon, saying it's way out there. What I told you just now is the most logical explanation of what could have possibly happened. Common sense knows that. So herpy lip, Ronnie.
I don't know, Ronnie.
I can stay awake longer than you, and I can do more than you.
And
I'm gonna stay on your ass like a fucking drill sergeant and yelling and looking at you.
The guy,
break down.
the one that first contacted Ryan.
If you don't, you already said I was harassing you and stuff. Call the cops on me. Do it.
Are related. There's another video on that I'll show you.
You can't call the cops.
I'm just gonna find it. Okay.
What is up, kids? How y'all doing today? First thing I want to say is my followers to go to Adventures with a Purpose and click follow. Second thing, yes, I am getting the Hellcat prepared. I put the Hellcat up to whoever had information that led to her. No one had any. They're the ones that found her. They're the ones that are getting the Hellcat. I'm not going to take it if they don't want it. I respect that. If they don't want the Hellcat, I will be making a donation to AWP Hellcat. Reason being, I'm a man of my word. I like to stick to my word. I think that you should set a good example for people watching your channel these days. And honestly, I just want to help drive as much traffic to their channel as possible because they give a lot of people closure that probably think they're down people in very, 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 very short amount of time that have been missing for like 20 years. They're very passionate about what they do. And I know your guys, I mean, like they're giving people closure every day. So whatever gives them more opportunity to have cutting edge technology, and I'm going to do it. I had my assistant email their assistant. I just want everybody to go there and focus on what they do for people. Their spot is adventureswithpurpose.com. I'll be sure to leave that link for you in the description. Where did the Amazon guy go? Where are? All right, now let's talk about some shit. You mean to tell me they scaled the whole damn place with sonar and all this shit? Car in like 20 minutes? What the fuck? I seen a quote put out by the New York Post today, and it's kind of bone chilling.
I already said this.
Spokesman for the diving group Adventures with Purpose told the New York Post, police water. They gave us a grid map and made us confident we did not need to search there. Within minutes from the diving team entering the water, however, the car and body were decimated. There's only two ways that could happen. One, it was purposely overlooked and orchestrated by the police that wasn't there. Or two, somebody, shiny silver car that everyone's looking for back there and got it in the water like 4 or 5 days ago. And since AWP came out with a statement on the New York Post saying, hey, the guy gave me a fucking piece of paper of where the need to look at processor, like they already looked a whole bunch. Then they pull their boat in the water and literally turn it on and find out which one you think it is. Now I know what some people are wanting to say. They're wanting to say, see, you were wrong. It definitely wasn't Herky Bump Lady Ronnie Jones. It's really more of them now. It's even more of them now. But further we go, the other it leads directly to them. Do you want to know why? Well, Jones, you got Herpy Bump Lady covering for Ronnie Jones, and Herpy Bump Lady is definitely more guilty now. Remember, Roster Lake 5 days ago.
all three of them are.
Kayaking over this little girl's car. Now, a long time ago, an old man co-op told me something, and I've always lived. If it looks like a zebra and walks like a zebra, most of the time it's a motherfucking zebra. That's not exactly how he said it, but and everybody's trying to lick her sweaty, fat, fucking Ukrainian asshole. But I knew she was full of shit, so I called her out, and her ass got wrong. Exactly. Look, that's not somebody who wants to find a little girl, bro. That's somebody right there who knows what a little girl is.
You are wrong. You are 100% wrong. I do not know. I do not know where the little girl. Why are you bringing all of this up?
And the day that I told everybody, look, you guys, you see the car is visible and covering her tracks. What does she do? Deletes the whole entire video off of her channel. She blunt. She don't know that people have other fucking computers and shit. Anyways, here it is. It is absolutely gone off her channel. Why would she delete it if she wasn't guilty? Oh, that's right. Because she's fucking guilty. Her fat Ukrainian ass is fucking guilty. So this beautiful party or whatever, she never posted it. You know why? Because she couldn't. Her fucking dumbass brain couldn't figure it. Everyone will forget that I said I seen the party that Kylie was at. I just won't even post that video. I'm gonna go act like I'm looking for things. Fuck you, bitch. You were covering your fucking tracks. Everyone knows it. Not only that, hey, dumbass, look at the books on your. Yeah, never trust a fat Ukrainian bitch with Xanax in her name that has books about weapons of mass homicide investigation. Now, before one of you little weirdos that follows these people that wax off the anime probably comes over here and is like, see, it could have been, it was definitely the cops. Well, yeah, somebody in fucking law enforcement has been doing this probably, since, no one found. Here's a list of everywhere to look. Don't look here where it's probably going to be. And AWP comes up and is like, hey guys, look, there's a car. Well, like, she's innocent. Ekmel's innocent. Ronnie Jones is innocent. Shut the fuck up. Who are you? Are you the people that buy these weird videos from them? The person trying to look up stuff about her and accidentally found this fucking weird dark web portal. It involves a bunch of weirdo shit.
Look up. She was at the Kylie Rodney party. She replied to this to Fannie Mae because I know who she was. YouTube. And it was up on her search. Little dark web child. CP on YouTube. YouTube Kids. I'll see how it's dark web. Deep web. Underground child model portals.
So I was sitting there and I was like, how'd they miss it? And then how did it get there? Well, she was in the water with a kayak 5 days ago. Right? Because me and my friends are investigating this shit on Discord together. When we went back to the number that the Milo kid called me off of, they reached, remember, like 6 days ago, I was like, why are these different names coming up from this fucking kid Milo's phone? Guess what? The Milo guy.
There he is.
Person. Well, damn, ain't that convenient? You know someone who works at like 50. Damn. So now you got this anime lady. You need to get a window breaker. You need to get a window breaker. Hey, Xanime, get a window breaker. And I'm like, why are y'all trying to get a window breaker? Well, she did go out there with a kayak. She was looking up scuba gear stuff. Maybe she went out there and, dove underwater, broke the window out, and got the brick off of the fucking pedal. Maybe. This is the same lady putting out false information about the case. This is the same lady protecting Ronnie Jones. This is the same lady that knows Ikmel. Ikmel was protecting Ronnie Jones. Ikmel was protecting Xanime. Now that we know she links back to dark web videos involving fucking children, if you look at both of their names in plain sight, if you decode his name, it says sell me kid. If you decode her name, it says X your man. X your man to sell me kid. If you take their exact YouTube names and you use the letters, Ikmel's comes out to CELMEKID. Sell me kid. If you take Xanime's, exactly how it's spelled, it comes out to X your man. Shit. If you put both of those together, it says ask your man to sell me a kid. Now I understand why the theme of both of their YouTube profiles is what it is. Everything.
You know what? That so makes me want to get their names and rearrange them and just see what else you can come up with besides that. They are kind of sketchy. I'm not saying that they're that they have anything to do with it. I'm just saying it's kind of weird. Why the hell was she out in a kayak in the lake? Not too far from where Kylie's body was found. Her car was found. Something just doesn't sound right about it. Honestly, that can be just me, though. You know, I like thinking way inside the box. A garden party? What's that?
I really wish I could tell you. Unfortunately, I can't. What we're working with right now, no one knows. We're taking our resources and the intel that we've been provided, and we're trying to see different avenues, different places to look.
They scoured Donner Lake for more than 2 hours, checking on several areas where her car could have entered the water.
This location is clear, but for us, it's just one step closer to process of elimination.
The team then checked out a couple of ponds in the Cold Stream area, but team leader Doug Bishop says they were too shallow. They then went to the Boca Reservoir, putting 2 boats in the water where they searched for several more hours.
There's multiple roads that lead here directly from Prosser. We also know that there were several parties at Prosser. Now I want to send a shout.
I really wish I could tell you.
What did I do?
Unfortunately, I can't.
Fuck it. It's just this is still Kylie's case. No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Marsh. Jesus. Oh, yeah, that had to be said. I saw Grandpa sitting on the bank the whole time. Somebody knows something. Like, I don't understand. Well, god dang, no wonder why nobody's in here. Griff's live. Gray Hughes is live. Cracking Case is live. Cher's live. And she's talking about the same thing me and Ryan are talking about. Bob and Lori are going live at 9:30. So Don B said on his title of his live today was, I bet Kylie Rodney case death will be inconclusive at this time. We'll give you that fucking clue, dumbass. Of course they're not going to come out and tell you right off bat. Oh, okay, yeah, I heard about that story. I heard about that little girl. I don't know too much about it because between summer and looking over Kylie's stuff the last week. Yeah, I know, I just seen it. Huh. Oh, no, you're fine, sweetie. I would have been all open if y'all didn't decide to keep talking about Kylie. Oh, we can look it up. Oh, hold on.
The Supreme Court just turned back the clock on women's rights, and Ted Budd supports a total ban on abortion, without any exceptions, even in cases of rape or incest. This November, freedom over our bodies is on the ballot. Vote for Sherry Beasley so we don't go back.
Adventures with Purpose typically focuses on cold cases until they joined the search for Kylie, and now they are going to be taking on another recent case in that very same area. Jolisa Fuentes is a 22-year-old woman who was last seen in Selma, California on August 7th. Surveillance video showed her at a gas station at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then her car turns out of the parking lot and goes in the opposite direction of where she lives. Her sister had 2 missed FaceTime calls from her, and no one has heard from her since. Her family says it is just not like her to disappear.
This is by far my worst week ever of my life. We're desperate. We need my baby back. So if somebody knows where she's at, please let her know. If you know anything, please let us know.
Jolisa's family desperate for answers right now, posting on social media, handing out flyers, and organizing vigils. Selma police say they are confident that they will find her no matter how long it takes. There is a 10,000.
Go for it. What question? It all depends. It really does. It depends on what news channel you're doing, and you gotta always break it up so you don't get copyrighted. Like I did with the court TV, you always have to break it up. I asked it. No, I got it. It was just I wasn't looking at the thing. No matter what kind of video you play, in order not to get a copyright or a strike, you always got to break it up. I have a habit of not doing it, and that's why I get striked, because I forget. Yeah, just like I do. Sometimes I forget to do it. Sometimes I don't. As long as the fair use is in your description, you don't have to put it up there. The fair use is a long paragraph, so you want to have it in your description. You don't want to put it on your banner. I'll send I took a photocopy of the fair use so I can send it to you. So that way you have it, okay? I took it earlier today. I was thinking about it. See, I do remember certain shit when I'm trying to think of something else. It just pops in. You're welcome, babe. I'm trying to find something interesting to go over. Oh, look. See, somebody put...
Do not buy solar panels.
Michelle put out a
one of these
new
11
video.
states of America.
Let me turn down some. Michelle put a new video out about summer. I'm not interrupting.
It's the worst decision you could make for your home.
I wish you stop apologizing for shit. I'd let you know if it bothered me.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michelle. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It's Tuesday morning. I won't keep you long. In this video, I want to reflect in a reflective mood after the search for Kylie Rodney over the last 2 weeks, and the fact that law enforcement missed her, even though they searched Prosser Reservoir multiple times. If anybody's been following my live streams over the last couple of days, I have made some reflections whilst just sitting there talking to you guys. And now I'm rested and I've had a good night's sleep. I'm even more reflective. So, at the press conference yesterday, which is in my live, I streamed it live, the volume was quite low. So, what I'm going to do is screen record the press conference from one of the news channels and try to improve the audio, and then I'll put that on my other channel, Michelle Walks, so you can listen to it, hopefully, with a little bit of better audio. But the audio quality of all the press conferences in the Kylie Rodney case has been really poor, so there may be only limited things I can do with it, but I'll do it. At the presser yesterday, law enforcement were, in my opinion, a little bit defensive at times. I'm glad that they answered a lot of questions. I'm glad that the journalists asked a lot of questions about them not finding Kylie, even though they searched Bassett Reservoir multiple times. They said we searched with sonar, and Adventures with Purpose went to Bassett Reservoir last because it had already been searched. And there Kylie was, just 55 feet from the shore in 14 feet of water. Now, one of the law enforcement guys, I've forgotten all the names, guys, but one of them said the water level was higher 2 weeks ago. And as I was listening to it and watching you guys in chat, the chat lit up. Because it's like, what's he trying to say? Is he trying to say Adventures with Purpose had an easier job? Because the water level's a few feet lower now. No, guys, it still would be shallower water, even if it was not 14 feet, even if it was 16 feet or 18 feet. It's still shallow water for an investigation. And yeah, the water could look murky. It looked clear enough when Adventures with Purpose were showing some footage of the underwater discovery of Kylie's vehicle. But law enforcement using sonar and still not finding her shocks me, because when it's reported by law enforcement during a search, and this is a search for anybody, if they've used things like drones, heat-seeking technology, the best search dogs available, and in water, sonar, divers, you think that's thorough. And perhaps, law enforcement in Kylie's case did really try, but didn't have the equipment, didn't have the quality of the equipment. It's the quality, I think, of the equipment that's important. And maybe, small county teams in these cases, they don't have that really expensive equipment that experts like Adventures with Purpose do. I don't know. I don't want to get into politics of American justice. I'm not in America. I don't have a right to talk about that. But I know in the UK, our police forces are very underfunded.
I do
Very
too.
underfunded.
But I don't think they'll
And,
find her in Warrior. I really don't think she's at Warrior. Like I said, when I was there, I didn't have any kind of weird feeling while I was there or nothing.
So it makes me reflect. It makes me wonder whether, thinking about other searches that seem thorough, that they've done on more than one occasion, have also missed the obvious. They've just missed it, just missed the obvious. It makes me reflect on the Summer Wells case, which I followed since day one. First became aware of Summer's case on the 16th of June, only a few hours after Summer went missing.
Yep.
I followed it quietly, and I didn't make a video on Summer Wells case until about, my first video was about 2 weeks in. I was observing, listening, getting more and more confused. And my first video was, I think the title was something like, "We need to talk about Summer Wells." But since then, since those early days, Summer's case has gone crazy. There's been so many wild theories and speculations, and yeah, guys, I'm part of that. Over the last, probably like August, September, October, I discussed all of those wild theories. The number one theory for the longest time was that Summer was sold.
I just didn't feel nothing
And
when I was
one
there.
or more of her caregivers.
Other than the tree that they had decorated with like all this stuff. That was the only thing that gave me a weird feeling at Warriors Park. Because, not for nothing, I was actually there. And I was actually there, and I didn't feel anything. Like, I felt kind of weird because I was there, but it was more or less like I didn't have that feeling like something happened to her. If that makes, what the fuck is that? It's an earring. If that makes any sense. Like, I didn't feel like anything. Like, I didn't have any feeling. I didn't have any weird feeling about the water. None whatsoever. Hold on, Eva. None. Going in it, didn't feel weird. I put my feet in it. My friend went in it. Like, she went all the way up to her knees. She said she just felt peaceful. And, not for nothing. Whenever I'm near water, I'm at peace because it's so calm and relaxing. But I don't believe she's a warrior. Yeah, I sure did. A couple times. The first time I went, there was people guarding the driveway, though. Like, a car full of women. Rogersville's finest, I'll tell you. But they told me I wasn't allowed up there, that they were told to sit there and make sure nobody went up. Now, not for nothing, if I really wanted to go up there, I could have made my way through them 3 scrawny-ass women. Or, I know how to climb. I used to play in the woods. I could have climbed up that fucking hill. But I didn't get no weird feeling when I was on Ben Hill Road either. Now, I had like a surge standing over there by JSB's old house driveway. But as for Summers, no. I didn't feel nothing. Like, nothing like something happened there. Right? But like I told him, I was like, not for nothing. If I really wanted to get up there, I would. And there wouldn't be nothing you could stop me. Oh, we'd have to call the law. I said, yeah, but you don't realize something. By the time you'd have called the law and they would have got here, I'd be long gone, you dumbasses. Because it takes them at least 35 to 45, no, about 45 minutes to get there. If they're not already in the area. And the whole time I was there, I didn't see not one law. Not one. I saw some in Kingsport, but none out by Ben Hill. Get your glasses on, woman. Okay, love. I love you. I will talk to you in the morning. But I really think Ryan Upchurch is on. What is this? Is Upchurch exposed? Open discussion on the Zanime, Icamel, and she said Ice Mel. It's not even how you spell his name. And the Kylie Rodney found. Even Judy Ron's asking how was she missed while searching the reservoir. Doesn't make any sense. Gray Hughes is covering that one right now. The Jolisa. Now who's Elisa? Elsa. There was never an Elsa girl brought up.
Hey, it's Adam from StreamYard. We have an exciting new feature to announce called Breeding Room, which is now available only on the business plan.
Max is trying to do what Cassie does. Unfortunately for him, though, he's not quite so nimble. Double rolls going on. I think they must like the way it feels because it's, look, it's 5D. I think it must feel good. If you want to see some cuteness, so the last 20 seconds, and head on over there after this video, obviously. has been missing now for a whole week. This is day 8. She was last heard from at Prosser Family Campground in Truckee, Northern California, 12 miles away from her home, where she attended a party. The party that allegedly got out of hand. More people turned up than was expected, and Kylie hasn't been seen since. Now, law enforcement have given some useful updates in the last few hours. They did another press conference, and there's some information coming out on Twitter from Placer County Sheriff's Office as well that's useful to highlight. So firstly, there has been some speculation that Kylie didn't go to the party at all. Placer County Sheriffs have confirmed that Kylie was at the party. So I'm happy.
Okay, so my theory was when I first started doing this, if you remember, it was either she wasn't at that party at all or she never left that party. Remember me saying that? I don't know.
They know she was there, and that the evidence they've got is sufficient to clarify that she was there. So I'm working off that premise. I'm following what law enforcement says very closely and trying to avoid possible theories that will take us off at tangents. I think it's too early for that. Law enforcement are speaking out on a daily basis at the moment, so let's follow what they've got to say and theorise based on what they've got to say. So she was at the party. Now, another friend or person at the party, I don't know how much of a friend she was to Kylie, but someone called Elsa, she spoke out and said she saw Kylie at the party around midnight. Some information came out on the news, really sadly, that Kylie wanted to go home. This is not what Sammy's been saying. You know, the spokesperson of the team.
Yeah, she was in the backseat of her car.
Go home. So what does this say about Sammy?
Pulled her car out of the first part that the back window. Got to size drones or anything like that inside the car. Got it out. They went ahead and covered all of it. But found her in the back, but they never said if she was upside down, or back or front. You know what I'm saying? To be placed unless she was seat belt in. That drunk, like they're saying she was. She didn't even feel it then. She passed out. The toxicology report come back. How bad it was. You never know. I don't know. I think they flipped it while it was up. Because when they pulled it up, it was right. I don't know. Ugh. Even I don't know. They were saying they had like the balloons and stuff like that. So, the way I thought it was is they floated and then it just automatically. Kitty, 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 kitty. I don't know. Don't work very well. No, what I was saying is, I think they had like balloon hooked to the car. Up, it flipped over. The driver's side window was busted. I don't know if AWP did that, like that when it went under. No. No. They had balloons. They're the kind that you don't have to literally blow them up. It just help. They're little. They go, and it just raises the because they're not outside the car. They're inside. That would be were to use them on a car that was free. They would put it underneath of the car to raise the car up. Yes. Inflatable. That's what my uncle. I mean, he's not a search and rescue person. He is ASC certified mechanic, so he is paid. They go for mechanics. So I don't know. He said he's not likely what they used. And it's like it shit's getting stranger and stranger. But I can phone and I'm about to flip. Kitty, you were left here all by yourself. What did you do? I knew you put it somewhere just to be a jackass. What's going on? It was working fine. Let's go to. We can share screen and we can do it that way.